So I'm getting ready to start the first glitchless speedruns for Sir Whoopass. I am currently on version 2.3.5, which is, as of this date, September 25th, the current version of the game. There is an update coming out sometime this fall, which I believe is going to change quite a bit of stuff. But for now, we're running the current version that's available. There's a couple rules here that I've proposed for this this category. I'm currently the only active moderator and only active speedrunner for this game. So I did post these up in the Atomic Elbow Discord. Atomic Elbow is the developers for this game. So this is the rules that I'm going to go by for this particular category. No early jetpack. You can get the jetpack much earlier than intended in this game and actually get an achievement for doing so. So I was fortunate enough to be able to contact the developers directly and ask them, because the term glitch can be debated. And so my interpretation of it and the definition that I looked up is that a glitch is something that happens, whether intentionally or unintentionally, that was not intended by the developers. Even though there's an achievement for getting the jetpack early, it was never intended to be done by the developers. They just thought it was hilarious that people managed to pull it off and left the ability to do so in the game and decided to make an achievement for it. So because it's not developer intended to get the jetpack that early, for glitchless speedruns, that is not allowed. No quick save and reload. Quick save and reload has benefits to, like, open the same chest over and over again for, you know, certain loot drops and whatnot. No out of bounds. There's one area where out of bounds is permitted, and I'll go over that when I get to it. No intentional weapon swap spamming to avoid cooldowns. What that means is there's a hammer in the game, and you can hold a button down and do like a heavy hit, and then there's a cooldown timer that has to dissipate before you can do another heavy hit. Well, if you switch to another weapon and then immediately back to the hammer, you can just do repeated heavy hits. So no intentional weapon swap spamming to avoid cooldowns means you can't swap to another weapon and back to avoid and just do repeated heavy hits over and over again. No intentional jump blocking. There's a technique in the any % speedruns where if you jump, block, and then jump again, you can basically just continuously gain height. And that's basically how we traverse the majority of the game when we speedrun it. So no, and I say no intentional jump blocking because this game has some quirks. And then Ancient Ruins of Chilly Winds must be completed by exiting the ruins and receiving a score screen. That particular dungeon, there's a glitch that we use, but then we can't get out the exit the normal way, so we just go back out the entrance. The dungeon is still completed, but we exit through the entrance. And so this particular dungeon must be done in the way that it was intended to be done. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I'm going to take a copyright hit on YouTube for this. It's not going to, like, take down my video or anything like that. There's just the content creator for the music licensing is just going to be like, hey, this is ours. But in order to get the full Sir Whoopass experience, you need the music. I'm gonna have to remember that I have to manually split live split. Every other game that I speedrun, I have an auto splitter. This is the only game I speedrun without an auto splitter. Chase the Bass. How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. All right, so according to the general speedrun leaderboard rules, you are allowed to load a tutorial level save to skip the opening cutscene. Time starts once I first move my character. So I'm going to load this save. So time starts as soon as I move my character. I will do that now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
know.
Your first weapon, trademarked. Ass block. So just like any normal speedrun, we're just going to run past all these enemies. There is a glitch here we can't do right now. I might do an any % run at the end of this, just to kind of refresh my memory on that too. But we can hold the square button to fast forward through all of the cutscenes and dialogue and whatnot.
These traps don't make any sense. Who even designs living areas like this?
Let's get our first can of Whoopass right here. Deals 4 times the amount of damage. All we gotta do is take her out and the gate opens. Get out the way. We are going to get our first ranged weapon called Twinkle. This weapon has the destructive force of a slight cough. So if you didn't catch it, there it is. Alright, so we are done with the tutorial. Now we gotta fight Kenny No-Balls. And we're actually gonna get his hat because I get, I think, 12% more damage by wearing his hat. And Kenny No-Balls is down.
This mysterious... She asked who our hero... Wow.
You can, if you're not... If you've never seen this game before, I urge you to either go to my YouTube page or the Grim Gamer's YouTube page, because him and I both have done a casual playthrough of this game, where you can get the story and all of the other ridiculous things in this game. Because I'm unfortunately skipping all of that, but this game is still a lot of fun to play. So now I've got to get 5 eggs, some bacon, and a cup of cappuccino.
Oh.
So we got to go down into the cellar of the inn here and do a ritual to revive the chick that we crushed after the tutorial. Whoops. I held the wrong button and left the room. So let's go back down and where we're supposed to go. There we go.
Our hero browsed through the... She apparently...
And this is where we learn about the immortal, the evil wizard. We find out that We need the legendary villain beating artifact to beat this guy.
Melisande.
Ritual is complete. But first, before we can leave on our quest, we must acquire a map of the world and a better weapon, which I can't use yet because I'm still a level 1. But we're going to go over here and talk to the blacksmith.
The blacksmith at...
Woo! I got the small-ass sword.
It is said...
It is said size doesn't matter. Got our map, and now we can go out into the world. So we have to go talk to the guy that runs the carnival, and his name is Richard Morningwood. Ha ha ha. Giggity. The
Our
Ticket
hero
Master. That's right. So at this point, you're supposed to activate Lucy, which is this skull that we have, and follow the scent. Well, I already know where the scent goes. So we're just going to run there. And of course, with this being an RPG, you have your, spoiler alert if you've never seen this game, you have your, you know, typical RPG, sewer level. See if I can remember how to get through the sewers.
Oh, a sewer. I'm original. Let's rip this band-aid off quickly and get it over with, I guess.
There we go. Got some dancing fools in here. We're just gonna run past them. We're just gonna let them keep dancing. So now we come in here and we've got Pennydom to deal with.
Does this...
Except the Ticketmaster, or the Ticketotron 5000 was just kind of laying there, so we can just pick that up and move on without even dealing with the boss. No glitch. Just go right past them. Sewers are done. So now we can go talk to Richard Morningwood, give him his Ticketotron 3000 back. My bad. And we'll get a discount
Richard Morningwood
at 1 gold for his carnival ride here. Which just teleports us over here by the not-so-secret portal in the sky. And there's death number 1. When Sir Whoopass lands, sometimes he doesn't jump again right away. So going through this area right here is not the easiest if you're impatient like I am right now.
findings.
So now we got to go back and talk to Melisande and see what we have to do next.
Get your...
Melisande...
I really didn't want to go down this path. The god... But...
Melisande asked...
She told us we need to go talk to Goddess Kling. She will guide our way. You know it's cold outside when you go outside and it's cold. Wheel of Cheese. I did an all Wheels of Cheese speed run back in June. 78 Wheels of Cheese, collectible Wheels of Cheese in this game. There's 78 of them. I got all of them in under an hour. So I'm hoping I can do this glitchless run in under an hour. If I can get all the Wheels of Cheese in under an hour, I feel like I can beat this game without glitches in under an hour. But only time will tell.
Watch out!
Those bombs will come in handy much later.
Who are you, stranger? What a ridiculous name. Is that so? And what? Your flattery is disappointing.
So now we have to get the big can of grease from the skeleton cave in the east. Now, remember earlier how I said the rules for the glitchless speedrun state no out of bounds? Well, this next dungeon is the exception to that rule. And I will explain that very shortly. But this is the only point in the speedrun where going out of bounds is allowed. Because the developers did it on purpose. That's right. Right here at the beginning of this dungeon, there's a secret area. Right up there. Come on. Called Speedrunner's Delight. And it is an out-of-bounds path created just for us. Thank you, development team, that makes this dungeon much, much easier. And just like that, we unlocked the cage to get the big can of grease. And just like that, we are done with the damp skeleton cave. Now we can go get the Jetpack 2000 from Goddess Kling.
Well done, our hero. Please come forward and let me have that grease, and you'll receive your gift.
Goddess.
And there we go, the supercharged Jetpack 2000, trademarked.
Goddess Kling. Goddess Kling.
So now,
Wow.
the fun starts. Now we must go to the ancient ruins of Stubbed Toes. And the ancient ruins of Dirty Feet. Oh, I got the jetpack already. Well, I'll skip that split. Alright, this dungeon is can be a little difficult because it's not a glitch, but you're supposed to get a box. And if you time this right, you can roll right underneath those bars without the box. Like so. Can't get under this one for some reason. So, there's our box creator. Would have been nice if I could have just rolled right underneath that, but oh well. Sabra!
Looks like any.
Looks like any other boss key. And to destroy this orb, I'm just going to use my jetpack. It almost doubles as a flamethrower.
Destroy them one by one. Good work, our hero.
Poor working standards for orcs. Unfortunately, since this is glitchless, I can't get the hovercraft, and I don't have the gold to buy it from him because it's 800 gold. So we're just gonna have to run the entire time. Well, might as well just get these bombs on right here. Now I'm full on bombs. The hovercraft is an awesome thing to have, especially because it also you can't take fall damage with it.
Good job, our hero. The Guardian shield has been reduced even more.
Alright, there's the ancient ruins of Dirty Feet. My goal is to beat this in under an hour. If I can do that on the first attempt, I'll be thoroughly happy. So the Trial of Wisdom benefits greatly from being able to go out of bounds. So this is going to be a little slower. There's a little bit of path work to do in this dungeon where you would have to go completely to one side of the dungeon and then the complete other side of the dungeon to solve a puzzle. I already have the puzzle solution. It is the same every time. So that'll help a little bit, but I still have 2 levers that I need to worry about. Oh, I was right there. There's death number 2. Got it. That jump is a tricky one. Good time saver though. So now we're going to solve this rune puzzle here. So that opens that gate. We'll need that later. Hit that lever there. Take the teleportation shrine. That takes us all the way back to the beginning of that long corridor. Now this gate's open, and this right here is the gate that we opened with the rune puzzle. Now we gotta fight Big Boy. Nice. So he's got 3 little white things in his mouth, and we're gonna use Twinkle. Twinkle does very little damage, but it's enough damage to destroy the little white things in his face. We do that 3 times, and Big Boy is no longer big. We just gotta wait for him to open his mouth again. And just like that, Big Boy is down. And we can go to and get our first part, our first piece for the legendary villain beating artifact. The umbrella hat. Trial of Wisdom is complete. So I'm actually going to do these out of order, because we can't get into the ancient ruins of Empty Echoes until it's daytime. And so that was one of the things that gets changed by the no quick save, no reload rule. Because if we use the no quick save, no reload, or if we quick save and reload, then we can just quick save and reload, and it will be daytime. It will advance the time in the game. So by not allowing quick save and reload, we are forced to do these in a different order. And I forgot to change that order in Live Split. So I'll just have to go back and fix that later. So we're going to do the Ancient Ruins of Moist Overhangs, which is normally last in this order. Another quite easy dungeon, if you know your way around it.
Fantastic! The Guardian Shield has been weakened even more. Keep going, our hero.
So this one actually will be in order. The Ancient Ruins of Leaky Roof. This is another one that is considerably different because we can't go out of bounds. This particular dungeon, the Ancient Ruins of Leaky Roof, is extremely easy by just going out of bounds. It's a little bit more difficult doing it the normal way. But we're in it now. He was the best grandpa. Rest in peace, big boy. Got our boss key.
Looks like...
I've gotten quite good at that. What I used to do was I would use the weapon menu to slow time down, and I wasn't sure if that would technically be considered a glitch or not, so I just learned how to do it without slowing time down. Oh, this is fun. And that is an unfortunate side effect of not getting the double roll down correctly. This particular puzzle gets completely bypassed when we go out of bounds. Five, 3, 2, 2, 3. 5. Alright, so that takes care of the magic barrier.
Wow! The Guardian Shield has been weakened even more. Good job.
So normally that dungeon I'm done with in like less than a minute. That took me a little over 2 minutes. Oh, I need to add 1 to my death counter. So 3 deaths right now. Now, the Ancient Ruins of Empty Echoes, this could add a couple deaths. This dungeon is not nice. Especially if you're trying to do it fast and double roll under the bars. It's not fun. There are several ways to die in this dungeon. There's one of the ways you can die, right there.
Gotcha.
At this point, it probably would be faster to just get the box. But where's the fun in that? That's like 2 more deaths. Alright. Time to just get the box and do this the correct way, I guess. Trying to save like 5 seconds probably cost me like 30.
The giant force field has been weakened some more. Great work, our hero.
Alright, now on to the Trial of Courage. Now, the Trial of Courage, we normally skip almost altogether. Almost the entire Trial of Courage is done out of bounds. Normally. We skip the boss by going out of bounds, so I'm going to have to actually fight the boss. I don't like this boss either. I'm glad he's skippable in the regular run. Now, there probably are easier ways to beat this guy. I've just willingly put a handcuff on myself by not, allowing out of bounds, by not allowing, the quick weapon swapping and, things of that nature. We choose to fight the boss and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Or whatever JFK said.
Looks like...
Alright, time for the boss fight. Come on, land, chicken shit. This fight would be also a lot easier if I had a ranged weapon, which I do not. Well, I have Twinkle, but no offense to Twinkle, but Twinkle ain't gonna do nothing. Not to this guy. Now that his health is below half, his attacks are changed a little bit. Now we got things falling from the ceiling. Things are getting nuts. Almost got him. Oh yeah, I've got my other sword. I got my small ass sword I never equipped. Let's actually do that now. That does 14 damage. So the hammer is still going to be the way to go. The hammer does 22. Boss is down. All right.
Looks.
Getting this under an hour might take some work. Because I'm sitting at 40 minutes. I still have 4 more dungeons to go through and the Trial of Wisdom, plus the not-so-secret portal. So, sub-hour glitchless might be a bit of a chore.
The immortal muttered.
Now we go to the ancient ruins of Moldy Ceiling. But first, we must make a trip to the bathroom.
Our hero stumbled upon... The fast travel system seems utterly familiar.
The ancient, there's another one of the ruins that takes a considerably amount longer than the normal any percent route, because it's the ancient. I believe it's the ancient ruins of Chilly Winds. It's the one where there's the rule in place where it has to be completed normally by exiting out of the exit as intended, not exiting out of the entrance. How about Joe? The Ancient Ruins of Moldy Ceiling ain't too bad, though. Wait, wrong way.
One more destroyed. Good job, our hero.
Ancient Ruins of Vitamin D Edition coming up next. Get your vitamin D. It's always important. And that one is that away. Just gonna deal with this so it doesn't hit me in the back. You know, I could probably use some of these bombs on the demon bat because there's bombs like at the base of pretty much all of these dungeons. So I could probably refill my bombs before I get to the boss that I normally use them on. That's one thing I haven't quite thought about yet. It's like the main thing is just the route. Once I get the route figured out, you know, then that's where, you know, the small things come into play.
Great! You have weakened the force field even more. Good job.
Now on to the Ancient Ruins of Chilly Winds. This one, the way that this dungeon is normally done is the magic force field that I disabled in one of the previous dungeons. I think it was Ancient Ruins of Leaky Roof. There's one of those in this one as well. And the way we handle the magic barrier in this one is by rolling into it from a close distance. You'll be able to hit the orb through the barrier without taking damage from the magic barrier. The magic barrier normally kills you instantly. So that's a glitch. So this one has to be completed. That's why this one kind of has its own, you know, specific ruling. Activate that box while we go up here for our boss key.
Looks like...
Another boss we just don't have to worry about. It's the return of Kenny No-Balls, though. He's going to keep trying to attack us, but we're just going to ignore him. So first we're going to go in here and disable the red valve, which is right here.
I felt that one.
That was a pretty satisfying sound. And then go into the green one. And enable the green valve. That will turn on the blue laser beam. Or purple, rather. Pull that lever to get out. And now we have to disable the green one again. And then re-enable the red one. Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Bye-bye. Please send the postcard.
Especially when there's multiple of them, like these rats. It's just fantastic. And that will open the last gate. Right there. That lever will disable the magic barrier, allowing us to finally get rid of this energy orb.
That one was a piece of cake. Good job, our hero.
4 minutes, 3 seconds. That dungeon's usually like a minute. Minute and a half, maybe. So now the Ancient Ruins of Misplaced Belongings is our last dungeon before the Trial of Courage. Now the Trial of Courage has no change from any percent to glitchless, which could change in the new update when that comes out. You know, I'm kind of surprised I haven't encountered the IRS guy yet. And the couple times I spent just practicing this route, the IRS guy caught up to me.
Our hero was caught up by the eye of the eye of...
I didn't have to kill him, but it just felt so right to do so. Yeah, I definitely gave up like 10 or 15 seconds. Probably about 10 seconds, just so I could deal with that guy. I don't like that guy. Actually, I don't think I have to go that way. This one is another one that I have a bit of a hard time remembering the glitchless route. It's another one where we kind of just go out of bounds and call it a day. There we go. You know what? Actually, I think I do need a key for this one. I think I have to go the other way. Nope. Sweet.
Destroyed.
Alright, now on to the Trial of Strength. I misspoke earlier. I did the Trial of Courage already. Now it's the Trial of Strength. Oh, damn it. I held the square button thinking there was like a cutscene or something I was going to skip through. I'm a little rusty at this game still. Make sure we stay out of the water. Sir Whoopass doesn't have a swimming animation, so therefore gets eaten by sharks. Even in the small ponds. Great white shark. It's one of the things that makes Sir Whoopass so fantastic. Come at me, bro. This little pond right here. Yeah, there's a shark in there. How about you? I really, as much as I didn't like the Demon Bat, because the Demon Bat just is time consuming, I really don't like this boss fight, because there's so much luck involved in it, in terms of, you know, what other enemies spawn and whatnot. And I got really extremely lucky because I just got two of these guys that shoot bombs at me, and I have the ability to catch them. I've had this boss fight several times where not a single one of these guys spawned, and now I've got 3 of them. That is like the best luck you could possibly have. Although I think I just killed 2 of them. Sorry, I think I've got enough bombs to deal with them anyways. Yeah, straight up, I could not have gotten luckier in this fight. This is, hands down, probably one of the smoothest fights I've ever had against this boss.
Looks.
I think I'm gonna...
The cream of the crop!
And nobody does it better. I think I'm gonna miss sub-hour, though, just by a little bit. If I can get it under a minute 5 or an hour 5, I'll be pretty happy with that. Trial of Strength is down. Now, at this point in the quest, it says return to Melisande and Stonedale to brag about your efforts. We're not going to do that. I wouldn't, because you can just go right to the portal. So we're going to do that. And I don't necessarily consider that a glitch, so to speak. Just kind of skipping ahead a little. I don't know, I guess we can debate that in the comments. Because essentially one could argue that the developer intends on you going back to talk to Melisande and not running straight here, right? Whenever it comes to glitchless speed runs and glitchless anything, there's always a lot of debate on developer intent. But there's also, I think, in terms of speed running, there has to be some wiggle room, right? Because if you go strictly off developer intent, then I would do the main quest exactly how the developer designed it, right? Whereas this, glitchless still, doesn't, in my opinion, just because it's, god damn, I forget how loud that is right there. But just because it's glitchless doesn't mean that's the way the developer intended it, and it can still be glitchless, right? That's my opinion, anyway.
Looks like...
Like, for instance, right there, I don't feel like the developers intended on you just using your jetpack to get up there. Just because you can do it doesn't mean it's a glitch. Know what I'm saying? And now we get our legendary villain-beating artifact. And the not-so-secret portal is donezo at an hour exactly. So to beat Miss Wyvern here, we take these dragon eggs and we load them into the Wyvern Zapper 2000. Wait for that to charge up and zap. And then we use our legendary villain beating artifact to do 30% damage. Now, we're not going to use this again right away because we got to wait for her to fly up like so. Hit it. Got her.
I felt that one.
And that is time. 1 hour, 1 minute, 31 seconds. So, yeah, sub-hour's definitely possible. You take out the 7 deaths, and it's doable. We can't end the story like this. Yes, we can. I'm sure the developers will figure something out. And off they go. To be continued. I really hope we get a Sir Whoopass 2. I will be very disappointed as an elderly man if I never get a Sir Whoopass 2. But there we have it. The first ever glitchless speed run of Sir Whoopass. 1 hour, 1 minute, 31 seconds. So this will go up on YouTube. The other Sir Whoopass speedruns will be in a playlist over there where I've got any percent from the same version 2.3.5. I've also got the All Wheels of Cheese speedrun on version 2.3.5 and the old version of 1.0.5, which is completely different, and my fastest time on that one's about 18 minutes. I had every intention of doing 2 runs today. However, last night I slept like garbage. Today was a fairly long day, and gotta be honest with you, I'm ready to call it a night. I had every intention of doing this in under an hour. I had every intention of doing 2 runs, and in all reality, I could do 1 more run tonight and get it under an hour. Just ain't got it in me today. I gotta call it a night. I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. So, on that note, Grim, thanks for hanging out with me. Everybody else that stopped by, I appreciate you hanging out for a while. For those of you on YouTube, there will be a subscribe button up there and a playlist over there with the rest of my Sir Whoopass speed runs. This run likely will be uploaded to speedrun.com because I probably won't get back to this for another week. So, yeah. Tomorrow night, the Grim Gamer, I'm going to actually sign this off on YouTube and then I'll do my stream sign off. So YouTube, stay suave, my friends. Just stay suave. And whoop some ass.